Welcome to the TDC Today Show communities. My name is Sue Roskoff, and I am proud to be part of the Disability Channel, or TDC. TDC is based out of Toronto, Ontario, Canada, and we are all about showcasing abilities. TDC is committed to providing quality digital media production services, along with education and employment programs created by and for people with disabilities and veterans. We offer digital media production services, including video production, post-production, social media, and podcast creation, production, and support. TDC also provides education and employment programming, offering digital media courses to people with disabilities and veterans who are unemployed and underemployed. And through community partnerships and sponsorships, organizations become ability champions, supporting media created by and for people with disabilities and veterans. And we are proud to say that we are your USA team. And truly, we are all about community. And wow, you will not believe the community we've brought together here tonight. I am so excited. First up, bringing in my co-host, Michael Martin Hummel. Michael is a writer, speaker, and podcaster who works to bridge the gap between disabled and able-bodied people. And as always here, I am thrilled to have you joining us. How are you doing, Michael?
I'm good, thank you. It's good to hear.
Good to see you. And are you excited? This lineup tonight is amazing.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. So first up, I'm going to go ahead and bring in a wonderful gentleman doing amazing things and making a real difference in our communities. Myron Gunnels is the person who began Real Fathers Inc. Myron, I wonder if you want to just tell us a bit more about what is Real Fathers Inc.
Real Fathers Inc. is definition to me of being a real father, being there for your kids through the thick and the thin. And the reason why I started Real Fathers Inc. is because my wife passed away back in 2011. And my kids was only 10 and 7 when she passed away. And while I was raising them, couldn't find no type of resources or no support groups out here. I'm like, man, what's going on? I thought it would be like equal for the women and the men out here raising their kids, but no. Everything out here for the single women. I get it, I understand. I ain't mad, but it's about what about the dads? What about people here, the fathers who want to be there raising their kids and stuff? So my kids is grown, 25 and 22, and I wanted to do something for the community to give back. You know, I don't want dads to go through what I went through, being homeless with your kids and stuff like that. It hurts. And so I came up with the idea of Real Fathers Inc. We do mentor education and counseling. And on the education side, I want to get into the trade schools, commercial driver's license, and community college because I want the fathers to have careers, trades, so they can show their kids how to get out of poverty because that is mostly our problem. We don't show our kids how to get out of poverty. And 9 times out of 10, 80% of the dads who raise their kids don't get in trouble. Their kids don't go to jail, don't be on drugs and things like that. So I might as well do it because I went through it. So I might as well bring something that I went through to the community that is something that's needed. So that was Real Fathers Inc.
I love that. I've such a hard path that you walked, and to be able to get to where you are, and that you're using the struggles you had to help others so that they can can hopefully have an easier time. I mean, it's absolutely amazing what you're all doing in creating this and how much you're thinking of others and sharing your heart, sharing your love, sharing your life to be able to make that difference. I'm so impressed with what you're all doing. Thank you so much,
Oh, thank
Myron.
you. Oh, yes, yes. We're a little small organization. We started June of 2023. We're a 501c organization. So all the support, all the donation I can receive sponsorships and things like that I'm looking for because we do events for fathers the day before Father's Day. Last year it was June 15th and we did gift cards, swag bags, and honor five fathers. And we had motivator speakers there, and we had food just to show them that there's somebody out here that willing to fight for you, be a voice and an advocate for you. And this year we're gonna do our second annual Father's Day event. It's gonna be June the 20th here in Arizona, and it's gonna be 11 to 3, and we're just working on the venue right now, so stay tuned and we'll have everything out to you. But you can reach me at Myron at realfathersinc.org. You can go there, donate, contribute, or whatever you'd like to do. And or you can reach me at 480-450-7358. And you can get on my website, and we do newsletters too. So if you go on my website, you can sign up for my newsletter. We do it once a month. That's to show people that what we do and we support other businesses at the same time. So,
Awesome. I absolutely love it. And also, I see Danielle is joining us here. Danielle, I see your hand up. Go ahead and ask. Come on in. I'm so happy you're here.
Yes, of course. So, I love being in the company of everyone. It's just always like heartfelt. I really feel like family when I'm here. So I do appreciate the invite. I just want to say to the gentleman that spoke a few minutes ago, I support that because I was raised by my dad. My mom wasn't around. So I am a product of being raised by a male. And I see as I'm in my low 40s or whatever that there is a difference in mindset when it comes to a woman being raised with the mom and a woman being raised with the father. And it's another world out there. They have a
oh
lot of
yeah,
stresses. They
yeah.
have a lot of stresses. And what you said has resonated with me because I want to speak to the young women. I'm in New York City. And I need for them to understand it's not only you going through the change, but the father as well. You understand what I'm saying? They always think, I'm sorry, I know this is, but I just support them wholeheartedly because it's
Oh
what's right
yeah.
there for them. So I just
Uh,
support your ambition. I'm here. If you could drop your information in line, that would be greatly appreciated. Thank you.
yes, I'll put it in the chat for you. You know, I uh, I realized that when the kids is raised by their dad, they don't want to disappoint their dad. So they keep their nose clean from somewhat, do everybody do the little teenage kid stuff. Oh, I did it. Everybody
Everybody
does
did. Yep.
it. So you can't get mad at that part because all you have to do is just teach them the right way. And I told my kids at an early age that go get your education first.
Mhm.
Go get your education. That's going to be the most important thing because if you don't, you get out here and have kids, you ain't gonna do really nothing. So go get your education first. All this stuff going around you, it's still gonna be there because it ain't gonna never change. So it's still gonna be there. So once you wanna have kids, you'll be stable. You won't have to struggle. You won't have to get on welfare and things like that. So, and that's what they did. They went got their education. They still don't have no kids, and I'm proud of them for that because it's a struggle out here, and especially when you meet the wrong guy.
Mhm.
So and they understand that because I was in their life. I was there with their mom and stuff and everything. until she passed away. So they understand, and every time they talk to me, they be like, "Dad, we want to find somebody like you." I'm like, "Oh, okay, cool. As long as you know."
Love it. You set a good example.
Yes, yes. Thank you.
Awesome. Well, I know we've got some more friends that are joining us. I want to go ahead and bring them in the conversation. First up, I'm going to bring in Jim Pekonen. He is an amazing gentleman that actually has some complimentary pieces here with what is all being talked about. So I see, life architect. Come on in and tell us a bit more about what you do.
Thanks. So my name is Jim Pekonen. Boy, what Myron is doing, I really support that. We just met tonight. He is an amazing man. Now, as a life architect, I've been coaching for over 20 years, and I actually recently wrote a book, and the book is called Wounds to Wisdom: The Art of Healing Trauma. Because at the core of what I do, I work with people to heal their trauma. When your trauma is healed, when you understand the roots of your trauma, you can process it. And as a result of processing, you can design and live an amazing life. So I really like Myron, I just so acknowledge the importance of what happens. And it's funny because I reflect back on my teenage years, and I'm old enough that back then we did not have phones. Everything was not recorded. So all
Right?
those things that I did, you are not gonna see.
Uh-huh.
So and also big thanks to Sue and Michael for putting this together. But
Yes.
I love working with men. My favorite population is late teens to early 30s, and really getting men to understand how they create the experience of life. Now, I also do work with women. I've been a part of I've written 3 books, and this is another book I'm going to show up. This book is called The Handbook for Human Potential. And I wrote
Mm.
a chapter on healing trauma, but this book, it has all the chapters for all the different aspects of what it's going to take for you to really maximize your human potential. And as Myron said, I want to follow up on one more thing with him, and then I'll call it good. But Myron said get an education, but that doesn't always mean college. Trade schools, you can go to a trade school, and I have been
Right.
telling people that you can go to a trade school. When you go to a trade school, you can literally get out. You can make more money than most
Yeah.
college graduates their first year, and you can do it within a year. So
Right.
it is a different world. And in the next few years, we are going to need the services that trade schools provide, because all those old duffers like me, they're retiring, and there's not enough young people coming up. And I know the talents there, they want to do there. And the last thing I'll say is I'm in the middle of developing a project for Gen Zs where we can do some group coaching of them and really give them meaning and purpose in their life so that they can powerfully move forward in life. So that's a little bit about me. I can be reached. My website is amazinglifedesign.com, and I can be reached at jim@amazinglifedesign.com. Sue and Michael, thank you so much for giving me a few minutes. We so appreciate this.
Oh, I love what you do, and yeah, you guys need to connect because
Yeah, we do need to. Yeah.
there's
Ah,
so many
yes,
good
sir.
pieces
Yes,
here.
sir. I love
Awesome.
what you do, Mr. Jim. I appreciate that. That's a good thing. And that's what I wanted to. You have to have that mindset where you can change
Yes.
your mind. If you
Yeah.
don't have that mindset, you're still gonna do the same old
Mhm.
recycle, recycle the same old thing. So if you don't change your mind, then ain't no use for you trying to do anything because you're still gonna be in that same
Yep.
mindset of doing that same
Yep.
thing. So if we can get the chance to change their mindset, to show them it's a different way of living out here, and if they see the positive around them, then they'll see it's a better life to change.
Yes, absolutely.
Awesome. I'm gonna go ahead and bring in the one and only Marianne of Waikiki. She's all about going out and playing. And Marianne, if you want to come on in and just share a few words with us tonight, so glad you're here. Ooh, and I might have had bad timing here with bringing her up, but that's okay. When she's able to talk
Oh,
and
okay.
unmute. Oh, there we go.
Aloha, everybody. We just want to share with you every Saturday World of Ability podcast. We are doing the Underwater Acts of Kindness book club. So Trina Redmond is a daycare director, and she's been kind enough to read the chapters of the book. So, talking about healing and trauma, this chapter that we will be reading is called Healing Vibes. And Noah, the hard of hearing whale, gets rehabilitated by a hermit crab named Dr. Fingers, the finger spelling hermit crab. We have a YouTube kids channel to learn the ASL finger spelling alphabet. And we have the Apple app games to go along with it. So go out and play is our tagline. Aloha, I'm Marianne of Waikiki.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Marianne. So glad you're joining us here tonight. And I know one other amazing gentleman that's in the background here I want to bring in is Mark Balin. Mark is the Mark with On the Mark TV, and I want to go ahead and get him in here to say hello and share a bit of what's all happening in his corner of the world. How you doing, Mark?
Hi, everybody. How's everybody tonight? Well, it's an honor to be here amongst all you great people and what you're doing and why you're doing it and the reason, the whys and the whats. I'm on the Mark TV. We are the number one Roku channel as of right now. We're reaching a half a billion devices, and I partner with Easy Way TV, and I partner with Nonprofit TV, and I partner with Maureen Cooper and all the people and Kurt Roscoff and Sue, and we get the word out to people and what we're doing and why we're doing it and reaching the world. So thank you very much for having me here.
Awesome. I'm always glad to see you and be part of what's all going on because there's my goodness, the number of wonderful people we've met. And I know you and Myron go back quite a ways as well. You want to talk a little bit about what you guys have all done?
Sure, I'll admit it. Myron is Myron is a go-getter. Myron doesn't stop. No matter what I've noticed about Myron is his intestinal fortitude. Myron has been hit with hundreds of things in the head, like sledgehammers just taken right to his head. Seriously, things, and no matter what, the man just keeps going and going and going. That he's the Energizer Bunny. I mean, I've seen him get just smacked as hard by by reality and life and bosses and people out there that and the man just keeps going and going and going and going, and that's why I've supported him for so many years because it's sometimes it's tough to be the underdog, and we all don't have eight personalities. We don't have where I can go out and talk to anybody and beat everybody. Myron's more low key. Myron's more, kickback. So he's chilling. And so it's a little more difficult for him to get his word out. But once he does reach people, and once people realize what he's doing, it's the things happen.
Yeah, because it's so incredibly relatable and easy to talk to, easy to understand, and such a positive, purposeful mission. So yeah, Myron's amazing, and what you're doing, I sing the praises up and down because it's so needed, and you're doing great
Yes,
things.
ma'am. I thank you, Miss Sue. I appreciate you and your husband for putting me on the show and stuff because I, it's just a blessing to have you and Mr. Kirk and Miss Sue Rothkopf. That's amazing show because the Easy Way family, Mark, like you said, I've been hit with sledgehammer and everything, but I'm not gonna let nothing stop me because it's a mission that I feel like it's important to me and it's important to the world too. But once we get out here and show how we doing everything and what the real mission is, the real mission, you know what? The real mission is it's really not the father, it's the kids that the fathers have. We's helping the kid. We just us dads is that's there to make sure the kids is all right. You know, if dad have a little, just a little bit to make him happy, and the kids see they happy, that's all what it takes. It ain't got to be all the money in the world. long as you
Let me,
have that
let me give you a
genuine
quick
love for that
example of
child.
Myron's. Let me give you a quick example of Myron's resilience. Okay. Myron was driving a bus, a city bus here in Phoenix. Okay. And just doing what he has to do, driving a city bus, in a good neighborhood. And these young gentlemen come on the bus. Okay. And they decided it was a day where they were going to be, butt heads. Okay. And they come on and they threaten Myron with a knife. And Myron, being a gentleman and being a father and things like that, gave him the benefit of doubt. And all he tried to do was defend himself. And by defending himself, he lost his job because these kids came on there and being smartasses and threatening people. And by Myron trying to protect himself and his passengers, was, let go. And I'm not going to mention a company because that's not what's going to happen. But even though that happened to Myron, the next day I'm doing something different. I'm doing something different. And Myron right now is not even talking about the fact that he's, starting an armored car business too. And even though, I mean, he's running this nonprofit all out of his pocket. It all comes out of his pocket. Every time, no
Yeah.
matter what happens to the man, it all comes out of his pocket. That's what people don't realize about these nonprofits. We don't have that, that 1-800 number on the Red Cross and the Wounded Warriors. Those are great causes. Don't get me wrong. But there's a lot of nonprofits out there where these people put their money out of their pocket to take care of this. And that's why I help support so many, because it's not easy to do that out of your own pocket.
Right. Thank
It
you, Mark. I appreciate that.
It takes a community. That's what we are here celebrating with. We are all about community, and that is what's needed. You're creating an
Yes.
amazing one with the dads, and we need to expand that. And
Across
you
the
need,
world.
of course, yes, the community to surround you and support you in what you're doing, and to be there to help you make
Kumbaya,
that
my
difference.
lord.
Yeah.
Kumbaya. Kumbaya, my lord.
Right, right.
Kumbaya.
Like I said, I appreciate Mr. Kirk
Yeah,
and
reach out and
too,
touch someone.
I appreciate y'all. And Mr. Michael, I don't know you that much, but I appreciate you too, sir, having me on your show and everything.
Awesome.
Thank you,
And
sir.
The
so
amazing Kurt. Ta-da!
and Kurt just popped on in here. How you doing, Kurt? So glad you're with us. I'm sure you've got words to share. I'm going to pass it over to you right away.
Together, everyone achieves miracles. Those are words from our ambassador of joy, Barry Shore. Look him up at barryshore.com. Make no mistake, folks, there are big forces at play. I was able to, a decade ago, invite a gentleman from a couple hours away from a waterway to take that journey to a waterway and to get back onto the water in a way that he never thought possible. This is a gentleman that was out in California and he went out into the Pacific Ocean, a surfer. And he went out into that ocean and he took on the forces of the ocean and he lost. That ocean twisted up his spine. He returned to the shoreline paralyzed. So this gentleman is quadriplegic, power wheelchair user in northern Wisconsin. He drove 2 hours south to come to central Wisconsin to the world's largest water ski tournament. And when I was talking to him, when he came and when he got behind that boat, all he cared about is this miracle that he's out on that water doing water sports again. And he went in front of an audience of a couple thousand people. And this audience thought it was just the greatest thing in the world to see a gentleman on a sit ski coming across the water, giving his wave, and you could just see from the bleachers along the beach with all these people sitting hip to hip, shoulder to shoulder on a hot day in Wisconsin. It's hard to believe it does get hot in August, or I guess it'd be July, a July day in August, nice and hot. And that was one of 4 demonstrations done on this weekend. We went up there to do one demonstration. This was received so well, we ended up doing 4 demonstrations. So I brought up the forces of the Pacific Ocean. We have a nickname for Sue here hosting the show. One of her nicknames is Tsunami. So I want you to think about these natural forces, you know, that we are creatures of energy, folks. We have this energy from within us, rooted in a neutron with a proton and then electrons going through the atom. Let's take a little bit of Einstein's work and think about how we matter, and then you multiply us as matter by the speed of light, and then we energy. And that's a little pun here for sure in Wisconsin because we have a company that is called We Energy, supplying us energy here in Wisconsin. But, E equals MC squared. So I came from with Daniel B. We were over with our masterminds, from the Motivation Readers Mastermind Network, doing the Open Mind program. And what this really gets us to check in about is how attached are we to things like recognition and acknowledgement? I like this feeling here with Emily and Danielle and Mark and Myron and Michael and Marianne and Jim and Sue and myself and others that come through this show. The thing that we're achieving here, folks, like at the Easy Way family, is it's the experience of belonging. Just imagine that. The feeling of belonging. When you look at history and civil rights movements and all of the things, we stumbled upon ourselves as humans all across the history of humankind. Take a look at Scripture. In Scripture, it is written that our Messiah said to his disciples, "What you do unto me, you do to the least of these. What you do to the least of these, you do unto me." So the idea is you have a person who walked this planet who is recognized to bring divinity into the experience when he walked this planet. And he's saying something like that. And so when I plug into the disability channel here, what this is for me, and I think I found in the last decade that I'm amazed how much all of you out there share this. That we're moving forward from this show empowered to make sure that everybody knows that they are kind of a big deal. Every dad out there, every father is kind of a big deal. And we're talking about kids. Every kid is a big deal. We've had shared about, family mantra, parental mantra, or adult mantra of past decades, and maybe still going on today that kids are better seen, not heard. That's what I leave you all with. When I go to a business group, a business meeting, I ask every person, what have you done today? What are you doing now in the TDC Today Show communities? What are you going to do later on today with a professional with a disability? My crave and crusade in life is to make sure that CEO spots, C-level executives, people running enterprises can equally be a person with a disability as much as the counterpart of someone who doesn't recognize themselves as having a disability. Let's do this together, folks, because together, everyone achieves miracles. Back to you, Sue.
Awesome. I love it. Thank you so much, Kurt. And with Danielle here too, I wanted to pass the mic back to you, Danielle, just for some thoughts here and reflection on what's all been happening here tonight, because I always love hearing from you.
Thank you. I always pick up a mic. I have no problem. But the synergy in this atmosphere is so real. It's just I feel everyone. Kurt, thank you for just allowing me in this space. We all have this mission. It's up to us to help people uncover their hidden talents. Because just by conversation, they don't even know what they can do. But just by speaking to them and spending time with them, we definitely could pull something out of them that they don't even know is there. So our mission definitely is to be ourselves, build our characters, take care of ourselves, right? So we can reach others. But just reach out. Reach out. You just never know. Just be kind, as Mary Ann would say. Just be kind. And I just thank y'all so much. Thank you for everything. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, Danielle. Appreciate you so much. And I know as we are wrapping up here, I just want to quickly go around. If you guys can remind us, how do we get in touch with you? What's your website? What can we do? A final thought. Myron, I'm going to go ahead and start with you.
Yes, you can reach me at 480-450-7358, or you can reach me at my website at realfathersinc.org, or you can reach me at my email at myron@realfathersinc.org.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Myron.
And I appreciate you, Miss Sue, for having me, and Mr. Kurt. I appreciate you too, sir, having me on your show. You don't know how much this means the world to me.
Uh, well, this is all about community, and you obviously understand the meaning of that. Thank you so
Yes.
much.
You're welcome.
And Jim, I'm going to pass it to you next.
Michael, Kurt, and Sue, number one, first off, thank you so much for having me on. The more I get to know you guys, just love you guys so much. I can be reached at my website is www.amazinglifedesign.com. I can be reached at jim@amazinglifedesign.com. And your final thought for the evening is going to be maybe a simple one. I'm going to say that your attitude gives you your altitude. So look at that attitude that you wake up in the morning, because it determines the altitude of your being for that day. Thank you.
Excellent. I love that. Thank you, Jim. And Mark, final word? Oh, sorry, I just bumped your button. Got unmute again. My bad.
Yeah, well, first of all, I have to reach out and say thank you to Kurt Roscoff, because he was the beacon of light that started all this, this onslaught of On the Mark TV, what it's doing right now, the honors I'm getting, all the accolades I'm receiving, all started with Kurt Roscoff. That took me from the bottom to the top. Sue, of course, with all her support, the World of Billy podcast, Myron Gunnels, everybody I've met through these extreme the friendships I've created, the people I've met over the time with the Robert Butwins and the Eric Zulis and all those people that I've met through time, and met all these people and that have helped support On the Mark TV. I wish them a great thank you, an amazing thank you. And you can reach me at on the mark, marctv.com. You can reach me at Mark Balin at quantumideastech.com. And you can reach me at 480-395-5754. Or you can reach me from my person in my great board of directors, Mr. Kurt Roscoff. So, yes, Kurt is the beacon of light, and he leads the charge for On the Mark TV.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Mark. Michael, final word is yours. Yeah, you're good.
Okay. Well, my mission is to end the judgment and assumptions of disability. And you can reach me at Michael Hummel at wheelsandwarriors.com. That's the word wheels, letter N, and warriors.com. And my cell number is 702-340-3136. And any of those places you can reach me at. And my website is wheelsandwarriors.com. That's it.
Thank
Thank
you
you.
so much. What a crew. I absolutely love all this. And I know Marianne's website again is actsofkindnessseries.com. And join us this weekend when we continue the book reading at World of Ability podcast. That takes place every Saturday at 1 p.m. Central. Oh my gosh, you guys are the essence of what this show is all about. Community. This is the TDC Today Show communities. And as always, we thank you.